Oh, hello, Mama.
I'll push it in.
Remember the movie The Hurt Locker? Yeah. And the harrowing work performed with the help of the Talon robot.
Oh.
The Talon was a great tool for sizing up a bomb, but not quite up to disarming it.
Go! Everybody get back! Go,
The battlefields of the Middle East are far from life in Jackson. But here at Square One, the two worlds intersect.
Protecting people from explosive devices is certainly something that we can get behind. Other military applications, might not be as interesting or compelling to us. We've got tremendously high hopes for the Talon because unfortunately, the need for explosive ordnance disposal robots is so incredibly acute right now. We think that the technology that we're outfitting the Talon with is head and shoulders superior to what's currently available, and consequently can greatly improve the functionality of these mobility platforms that are being used by the military right now.
This we call the KARMA manipulator. Stands for Constrained Area Robotic Manipulator. This one we're actually designing to go on the end of the Talon robot, so it adds the capabilities yaw, pitch, roll, and XYZ, so it's all 6 degrees of freedom.
In addition to the wrist-like movements of Square One's KARMA, the multidiscipline team works to add intelligence as well.
The Army calls this point and get, the idea that an operator can just look at an image on a screen, can click on that image, and the robot will automatically determine the location, the size, the offset of that object, go and get that object or whatever it's supposed to do to that object without the operator controlling every single subtle movement. It takes a lot of the cognitive burden off the person who's in the field and usually operating under really tough conditions.
Away from the Silicon Valleys and Boeing fields of industry, Viola took a gamble on industrial isolation. Despite initial local resistance, he secured a community-ready grant to help start something outside of the tourism mainstream.
The ironic thing is that, in retrospect, it turned out to be an ideal location to start a company like Square One. It turns out that Jackson's a very creative center. There's lots and lots of people here who are well-educated, well-trained scientists, engineers, physicists, who are just looking for a way to apply their skills.
In spite of Wyoming's high percentage of double-degree holding residents, a most recent study from the Kauffman Foundation ranked Wyoming at the bottom in regards to support for knowledge-based, entrepreneurial, and innovation-oriented economies. All elements that define Viola's business and are considered key to new economy development.
I think they're extremely important as a percent of gross state product, probably very minor. The greater investment is the wages that we're able to generate, the sales tax that these guys, their consumption's able to generate, and the ideas that they actually may be a big company one day. Square One primarily survives on the Small Business Innovative Research Program out of the federal government. The 11 largest federal agencies put $2 billion a year into R&D research with small businesses. In the SBI program, we use a phase zero. We're one of the few states that does that. The phase zero helps the entrepreneur, and particularly small entrepreneurs, need assistance in developing their answer to the federal government's solicitation for help.
Having pieced together a viable business with R&D funding and designs like KARMA moving into the commercial sphere, Square One is part of a small community of high-tech risk-takers in Jackson.
We've got a facility that's as good or better than anything that I worked with when I was working out in Silicon Valley, and that's been absolutely critical to us being able to do what we do. I sometimes think that the cowboy mythology is the opiate of Wyoming.